Hello and welcome. Are you planning to come into Canada and you are not sure what to expect when you arrive here? My name is Marilyn Quintana, and in this video, I'm going to let you know what you can expect when you first arrive in Canada. But before we begin, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and click on the little bell right below this video so you can receive notifications of our new weekly videos. Coming to Canada is a big adventure, and a lot of people only think about the process but do not think truly about the challenges and the adaptation required once you arrive in Canada. The first question that a lot of people have is Canada cold the entire year? And that's not true. Canada has 4 seasons very well defined, including a warm summer, which allow you and your family to enjoy very warm days. When it comes to weather, it is important to mention that you may need to adapt to the snow and to the rain. And if that's not something that you have in your country, bear in mind that part of your budget will need it to be dedicated to buying special boots and coats adequate to the Canadian weather. If you're coming to Canada as a student, you may be surprised with the amount of studies that you have to do inside class and also outside classes. And this is usually a big challenge that people face when they come to Canada as a student. It is also normal for you to feel it more challenging at the beginning, but after a few months, you can adapt and organize your routine in a better way. Now let's talk about culture. Because of the movies that we watch, most likely you are very familiar with the American culture that's similar to the Canadian culture, with a few differences. You will find Canadians very polite, and they usually avoid conflict. For example, it is very unlikely that you see a Canadian raising their voice because of a problem. So in most cases, they will be more rational rather than emotional. As you probably know, Canadians are very polite people, so making use of yes, please, no, thank you, and sorry you'll be increased on your daily interactions with Canadians. But something that you cannot forget is that Canada is a multicultural country. So despite Canadians, you have to adapt and learn how to interact with different cultures from all over the world and also respect these different cultures. Canada is a free country, so you have freedom of speech, freedom to choose your religion, freedom to choose your sexual orientation with no judgment. One thing that's very important to have in mind when you move to Canada is being prepared financially, because in the first months, you'll need to pay your rent, most likely without income from Canada. You need to furnish your house, and you have to buy a lot of things that you could not bring in your luggages. And you probably have to buy a lot of things that you couldn't carry on your luggages. So be prepared financially to make this transition as smooth as possible. When it comes to the job market, if you find a job in Canada, you'll probably be delighted how they respect your time and the amount of workload that you can take on. So most likely, you always leave your work at the exact time they were supposed to without having to work until late often. We know that in some cultures, this is not always true, and sometimes you always have to work more than expected. And this is actually one of the reasons that you can have a better quality of life. And Canadian employers are usually concerned about that. They want to make sure that besides work, you have a life outside work. When it comes to the healthcare system in Canada, a lot of people find it very different from their home countries. In Canada, you cannot access private health services. All health services that you can have, either if you're rich or poor, you'll be provided by the public healthcare system. A lot of people also find it different the fact that you will have a family doctor that will solve 90% of your problems. And only if it's very necessary, you are going to be forwarded to a specialist. Unfortunately, access to specialists may be a little bit limited and may take time. But what I can tell you, if you really need and your case is urgent, Canada will provide the service as fast as possible. Coming to Canada, it is a great adventure and is an amazing experience. And besides all the amazing benefits of coming to Canada, you will also experience a lot of personal growth. And you will see the world in a different way, which also makes this opportunity so special. If you wanted to come to Canada, Visa Immigration can assist you to make Canada your home. We can provide services for you and your family to study in Canada, work in Canada, apply for a visa, immigration, have consulting career services, or apply for citizenship in Canada. So if you're looking for a specialized company, look no further. Contact us today. Our contact information is down below this video. At Visa, our mission is to provide valuable tips and updates regarding Canadian immigration and assist you to become a successful immigrant in Canada. I hope you liked this video. Feel free to leave us a comment down below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.